into this. Let's get over to meteorologist Anna DuVall. Now, Anna, what can we expect? What are we looking at here?
Yeah, we're looking at this tornado watch first. We want to get through these favorable conditions for the tornado. So you can see that in Ripley, Switzerland, Gallatin, Carroll County, as well as Owen County. That's where we're seeing the tornado watch. Everyone else just has those wind advisories at the moment. They have dropped those high wind warnings, which means wind advisories will stay in effect until 8 a.m. on Monday. And that means you could see up to 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts with this on top of those tornado watches that we're seeing right now. Here is the storm system we are watching, and you can see all of these orange colors here, even some reds. Those are all severe thunderstorm warnings as this stretches all the way from Texas up to Michigan. And we can zoom in here. You can see where all of those warnings are, and you can see the strong line of storms that's pushing into the tri-state right now. It's going to be here in the next hour or so, so we're watching it closely as it pushes closer to us, making sure we're not getting any of those warnings. But there is plenty of lightning with these storms. Are definitely strong. You're going to see those damaging wind gusts with this as well, but staying mostly dry for the time being. But you can see again, within the next 30 minutes or so, you could start to see some spotty shower chances into the mix, and then we'll even see those storms by later tonight going into early tomorrow morning. But again, here's what it looks like as they're approaching us, and we are just dealing with those tornado watching areas right now. Here is that severe weather risk. That is a 2 out of 5 severe weather risk for majority of the tri-state, and you can see where that enhanced risk is. That's where our tornado watches are for the time being. Then as we move over to our more eastern counties, you can see they're in a 1 out of 5 risk. That's because as the storms enter the tri-state, they're going to lose some energy, and that's when we are going to see those weaken a little bit more. I'll track out the exact timing for the rest of your night and all the risks all the threats that come with these storms coming up.
All right, let's check back in with meteorologist Anna DuVall. Storms approaching. That wind today was pretty severe. What can people expect? I know it's a stormy night ahead.
Yeah, stormy night. Gusts will continue ahead of the storms, and even going into tomorrow morning around 8 a.m. is when we're going to stop seeing those severe gusty winds. We have a wind advisory across the tri-state. We also have a couple of tornado watches. That's in Ripley, Switzerland, Carroll, Gallatin, and Owen County right now. Everyone else without tornado watches for the time being. This just means you have favorable conditions for tornadoes as those storms approach, and damaging wind is likely as these storms do approach. You'll have multiple ways to get alerts, because tonight is a first alert weather day for those strong to severe storms that are going to happen overnight tonight. And here is that storm system again stretching down in Texas all the way up to Michigan with severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings all along it. We've been tracking this for a while now as we approach the 11 o'clock hour when these will start to enter the tri-state here. Here's what it's looking like. A whole lot of lightning, and again, those are starting to inch their way closer to the tri-state. We're staying dry for now, but you can see we're going to start seeing some spotty rain showers here in the next few minutes, and then that severe line is what we're watching out for as this approaches the tri-state. You can see those severe thunderstorm warnings that they're going to continue to add on here as we move into the next hour or so. So we're watching out for that from the National Weather Service. Here is that severe weather risk for us for most of the Midwest and Southeast. If you zoom in here, you can see 2 out of 5 severe weather risk for majority of the tri-state. You can see that 3 out of 5 risk for Carroll and parts of Ripley County. As the storms push in, they will weaken a little bit, but still be on the lookout for some strong to severe storms. And then as they continue to push off east, you will see that 1 out of 5 severe weather risk for parts of Highland County. And then again, those severe thunderstorm warnings tonight. Late tonight through early Monday morning. That's what we're expecting. Damaging winds is going to be the major concern with this as they start to push in. But an isolated tornado that's going to be embedded within the storm cannot be ruled out. So as we move into the 11 o'clock hour, we'll start to see some spotty showers out there. But then the main line will start to come in around midnight. And this is when we see sort of take over the tri-state here with those storm chances at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. They're lingering around. But by the time we reach 5 o'clock, that severe threat threat will be over, and you can see maybe a thunderstorm, maybe a heavier downpour, but mostly those spotty shower chances moving into the afternoon there on Monday. But like I mentioned, wind advisory for the entire tri-state. We have dropped those high wind warnings for everybody. So gusts up to 50 miles an hour is what we're expecting here. The National Weather Service says if there is damaging wind possibilities, they will just issue that severe thunderstorm warning. So be on the lookout for that, for those damaging wind gusts. And heading into tomorrow, we will not lose those gusty winds. You could still see gusts up to 60 miles an hour. Those strong storms will transition into showers, and those will transition into snow chances by the afternoon. So we have a lot of weather to get to in the next day or so. And again, this is overnight tonight into early Monday morning. And you could even see some slick roadways heading to work tomorrow. So again, watching out for those snow showers tomorrow. Not going to accumulate too much, especially because we had such warm temperatures today. The ground just won't be cold enough for it to stick, which is good news, but you could still see some slick roadways out there heading into tomorrow morning. We're going to stay pretty chilly heading into Tuesday for your St. Patrick's Day. Things will start to warm up a little bit heading into Wednesday, but then we see that real warm up Thursday and for the first day of spring on Friday. Those will be two of the best days of the work week ahead.